Hello, friends, and welcome. Let's do a weekly review of these new charts first, and then we can look at existing charts as well, which we have been posting for quite a while. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of these four stocks, and I will add four more. I will add Apple, Tesla, and other things as well. Will keep 8 or 12 trackers going, and depending on your interest in any of these, you can mark these levels. And since they are going to be collectively posted here, let's keep a track of the names properly. So since this is going to be a four chart, it won't fit. And so what you have to do is click on it, obviously, and I will put some commentaries. You have to look on the top side here, Netflix on the header, and then AMD, and then Meta, and then MSFT in this example. And I will put four more, or maybe we'll have total 8 or 12 set. So instead of doing a lot of posts, I will just post these levels. So it will be advised that you track these levels, as I will show you why. Well, if you have been following the earning statements, we already projected this high when market was sitting somewhere here. It's gonna go here and it's gonna reverse. Well, it was somewhere way back before the earning. We did that. So anyway, now if you are trading, if you can see, things go to the tick. To the tick doesn't have to be to the tick. It's mostly an expression that these levels are revisited overnight by algos and pre-market algos, right? And if you're trading options, unfortunately, you have to wait for the morning opening bell to set up the options. But you can see why these levels are important, because algos know where they are, and they use these levels to also steal premium from the options. So they will swing it overnight up and down, and they will assume that that really transpired and steal premium from the option holders. So when this level is posted, when the market is going to close, we look at this data structures, how the big players have played, and then we mark these levels. And we also have other levels. These are more about extension. I think we had videos on that. We can talk about it a little bit. So if you have these, I would suggest it doesn't hurt on your trading chart for a given instrument, put these levels I'm posting. Market is here. When it closes, I post these levels. The system is doing all this, is fully automated. And then I just take a picture of this. That's all I do. It doesn't take much effort on my part. But you can see here, 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8:30, before the market opens, boom, it retests its whatever they do, the business, they go to the precisely to these levels and then they take off. Now we have oscillator and we have a trend also going on. As we discussed earlier, this is multi-day VWAP. It's a current day VWAP, and this is a moving average on a VWAP. When we're below this white, I should be changing the colors, but and this two moving averages on multi-day VWAP, we know the trend is shifted in a specific direction, but we already knew from the earning analysis that the top is coming, right? So bias is on the short side, and this is confirming that bias, that these days, starting from the 16, you should be only taking short, right? And we got an opportunity to take a short here. And you stay with the trade. If you want to do multi-month, multi-weeks, or multi-days, which is fine too. But this is the entry. Now, let's say you're doing day trading, you get your 10%, 20%. I like to do 100% personally. So I wait for bigger targets, bigger swings. Nothing is stopping you to go and double your money in a few days, or if you catch it properly on time comes at the open. If you have a direction and you have a bias, right? So that's all there is to it. So these are the levels, and this is where if you have your dark pool areas, or you have other options. That's all more about tactical strategy, right? So when multiple confluences are coming, now these are the big banks. They will come and play. These are the algos. How do we know this? Because we are part of those teams, right? This is not 100%. You cannot be 100% copy of the banks, but I would say this is 93% close to exactly what they're doing. All right. So the bias is turning on Microsoft. Obviously, it is turned. Now we are going to take shorts only. At this level, take a short at the open. Boom. Hold it. Multi contracts, multi release, and hold one for long term. Next day, it'll come. Now, when this day is over, we printed this blue line. I made it fat in the code for a reason. It goes and retest that again. It also retesting this one. Right? So this is the big heavy confluence of levels right there. So once you have this plotted on your day by day chart, if you don't have this, just plotted something like this, a light color, so you can see it, some box on your trading chart, and leave them there, save it, log the drawing, things like that. So anyway, so that it worked out nicely. Same thing when this is days over, we plotted this one. Then what happens? It gaps down, retest it precisely to the tick at the open and also overnight, right? This is what algos are doing. All right. So what I do sometimes is when I'm in the profit overnight, I hedge it. If I'm short a put and it reached my target, so I don't want to lose my profit. If I'm thinking market is going to turn in opposite direction before market opens, what I do, I lock it. I buy shares, right? If I'm buying puts, I'm short. I'll buy the shares and lock my profits, so I can't profit or lose any money when, especially I'm deep in the money. I lock it out, right? And then market opens. If it is the same day, there's no time premium. You can exercise your stock, especially when you have very wide spreads in bid ask in the option and you're deep in the money, you can exercise it. And you're long short, they'll cancel out and you hold the profit. Otherwise, you will lose a few $100s for just getting the right mid price, right? So that's what it is. So this is worked out nicely. Same thing, trend. If you look at the bottom, you have your trend tool. It's still, I'm looking at the VWAP, an average, still down, still shorting it, right? And then this day opens, and now this day is still, again, remember that further you go away, you better to wait for it to come close to the moving averages. There's other tactics also you can use, first touch and all this. I'm not trying to give too much at a given time because I want you guys, if you are interested, to see this the value, and if you are benefiting from it, and this is posted free for the last 5 months, 6 months. Now it's going to continue to post. I will add more charts, but I'm trying to show you a methodology. If you have these levels and you have VWAP, there's no reason for you to be losing $20,000, $30,000 and all this things we see in the post, people posting. All right. So this day we have this level, and we say long above this, short below this for a reason. Trend has been going down, down, down for like 6, 7 days. It will have some fake rally or whatever, right? This is how it is. and I plot these levels values for the current value. So if you have those levels every day by day by day, you're tracking those, you have the values, right? Anyway, so this day, long or short, trend is still down. You want to still go short, that's fine. You can go short here, right? Almost got $2 out of it. And holding the options, got $2 here, right? Oscillator is telling you to go short. It went against you a little bit. And what are the other levels? You can use these for targets and also stop losses. This can be a target, stop losses, but you don't have those levels and I can't print them all. But you can estimate it. If you look at the chart I sent you, you can just guess very closely where it is if you like to use those or have your percentage exit. Okay, so now when you are here, oscillator is saying, okay, this reversal is coming, so I will exit. You may want to reverse or not is a different story. If you want to follow a trend, if trend is down, go shorts only. Right, so anyway, so this was a very small short. It never came if you're using this system. Now this is where if the trend is down, VWAP pulls close to the moving average. Now you see these green levels, and I can also see on the left side, see this one here? I posted this from the back in the chart. If you go to this chart, I posted, right? I posted this. Well, I didn't post this, I guess. But if you look at it, why it stopped, it's impossible for them to do anything besides this level, impossible. And this is how algos are trading. 70–80% algos are trading. Once in a while, humans will intervene. So if I had these levels, and these levels also, let me just put one line here. That is the reason I say track these levels and keep them tracked. And there we go. So we know this level. We see the if any oscillator you have of interest, this one has 7 momentum and trend oscillators. It has 5 other oscillators, including Ichimoku and rate of change. So it adapts to the market condition. It gives you same patterns, irrespective of market is going fast or slow. Anyway, there we go. It went precisely to this level. And it have gone to this level too. One of these levels, right? Oscillator is telling you, if you want to go take a short, be ready. When it gets very close, just trigger your trades. Trend is down, very close to this. Risk is very low. Stop loss could be even, whatever your percentage stop loss is. So if you're looking to make 100%, then you can put 30%, 50% stop loss. Give it some time to breathe and let it work out. Okay, this was printed, and then this day was printed. This day, I think market again gap down by the time you opened up, but again, it went to the inside the box. Always do that. It looks like it did many times you saw, right? It went inside, and then you had an option. Trend was still down, bias was down. Here, oscillator is around 70%. It's also telling me to go down. So this white line is that's what it's designed to do. 70 or higher is a short location, right? So there we go, shorting area, right? You can have better things going on as well, but which is great. So there we go. Short was already expected. This is more about holding overnight. Trend is still strong, right? So these are the things where you can. This is a shorting area. This is a shorting area. This is a shorting area. Shorting area. And this is a shorting area. Shorting area. Now, market has gone down. So now this oscillator can go up again. So market might just open like this. It may retest this. Now I will reprint this tonight, what the levels are, or tomorrow. All right, so this is how you can trade with your trend. Use VWAP for sure, and then some oscillator in the direction of the trend at the level. 3 things. You need the level, you need the direction, you need the entry, ready to go or not. There's no point going short here when you know this is going to pull up. right? Let it wait, come to the level, let it pull up. Here, why will I go short here? Why will I go short here, right? I will not go shorts on these levels, especially in this oscillator. So you have to understand your oscillators, your trend, and your levels. So I hope this was a good understanding. Meta did a good, actually, is also behaved very nicely. So why did I put this levels? It's no magic. You have these levels coming from behind somewhere. That's all there is. And why did I put meta? If you now, let's talk about this green fat line. I made this fat line for a reason. And the reason is these are respected 80% of the time. So market, let's just, let me remove all drawing. Okay. If you see here, market opened here. Where did it go to? To the green fat line. So these are actually a different way to, but these are targets or reversal areas. So the blue lines, how far are you going away from the blue line, right? How far are you stretching away? And this is where you can keep an eye on those green levels. I can't, you'll get confused if I have so many lines. So I'm just telling you, you can just say, okay, look on the right side. You can roughly see between 180 and 181, okay, around 180.50, right? You can just see it on the top. You can see this one also. So there's two fat lines. It went down here. See this one precisely to this one bounced. There are two here because there's a loss of momentum. There's other techniques. So just keep these eyes, and it may, if you are going a short, this could be a target. They will reverse from here. Sometime from the first one, sometimes from the second one. If it is too, if the range is narrow, it will go to the second one. If the range is wide, it will go to the first one. Range is wide, it went to the first one. Right? Here it went to green, 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 right? So this green, green, and it went down to second green. Here it come down to first green. Here it went up to the first green. But now this may be overnight thing. This is all algos, billion-dollar algos, right? So you should do some good in life. This is the reason I'm doing this and doing it for free. And it doesn't hurt. There's a billions of dollars moving around. Me putting here, if you guys can use it and benefit for it, as long as I'm healthy and willing, use it. Why not? Right here, same thing, goes to green level, comes down to the green level. It did not go to the top anywhere. So where did it? Now this one did not respect the first green. It just sliced it. Now if that happens, depending on what you were doing, long or short, this was a short area anyways. So if you look at this short is coming, I'll be shorting it. So if you have this level printed on your chart, and if you're trading meta, oscillator is saying go short, just go short. Can't think too much. Can't think too much, right? It will move. And most likely your big players will show up on DP also. But these are the big players. This is done differently, and we know in advance. We're looking at some different data. So if DP is here, you're here, intention is there, and trend is there, you're in good shape. Now here the trend has been going up and up and up, and then finally it did not tip. This is like almost hard to say what's going on here, right? Looking at the VWAP alone. So if you look at this is this long-term VWAP average, it is below the crossed one, right? So somewhere here you take a shot. You already knew to take the shot here because of this guy. But this overnight session, no options are open. Unfortunately, when they open, you go for it. So this is, I think, same idea with this guy too. Nothing more. If you are going short, now the trend is short. Best idea is to let it come back close to the moving averages. But here, if you look at this, right, it went up and stopped where? The previous areas. Boom. Ready to go down at the level. Now this level is printed for you. It never got there until it capped down very big time. It was more of green line. It's more of a reversal, right? So it was basing on green line. Maybe it's good to take a long area here. It's far away from the mean, and it goes up there. Far away from this market maker level, just like the mean, it's gonna reverse. So they will rotate around these levels only every day, right? If they get too far, they'll come back. Like here, went down. This one never came back. So I know that it went too far, it'll come back, snap it. So this is where I will take anti-trend trade on those conditions. But anyways, so you will get used to it. Watch these levels. So now here trend is again, obviously here trend is always short. This is a perfect when the trend is newly freshly baked short or newly freshly baked long, risk is a little higher. At the same time, so his profits are even higher because of that same reason. So things have shifted to the downside. It comes back to the level around 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, it's not open. 9:30 it opens here. You may get a chance to go short right away. And there we go. You take a shot. And it's still short. So let it come up. Now you're done with this on the green level. Let it come. Level is printed, printed, printed again. Same thing again next day. Now this day again, unfortunately, market opens 8:30. You may just have to catch it. There's nothing nothing you can do. Oscillator is saying the same thing, right? The patterns are showing same patterns on any chart. Anything you trade, you will have a trend. You have oscillator, perfect oscillator. You have levels, and then your direction. You take the risk. Risk is this. That's it. So you can take the short risk at this 1 to 3, 1 to 4, right? If I'm risking this much, I'm going to double it up on the other side. So if my risk is, if the stock gets here, get out. Now there's a time decay problem. That's a different problem. And if it goes double of this, I get out. 1 to 2, 1 to 2, right? Lose 50 to make 100, lose 500 to make 1,000. And then you can trail it as well. Other things. These are all normal things everybody knows. So that is how it is. Again, as I said, if you get too far away from this guy, oscillator is saying, okay, maybe go along here, maybe go along here. Now, middle of the day, you can go along here. You can look into S&P and other market conditions as well. And there we go. So this is, I think, a good review. And regarding same logic, I can show on any chart, same thing. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Now, this is a different tool I'm using here. Just showing you the balance point or reflection on both sides. It doesn't matter. If you look at S&P, so I think the methodology can only be built if something is repeatable on any market, right? Here trend is down. If you can see this trend is down, this is nothing more than on balance volume. Trend is down. Now this is telling me, hey, I'm going to go a short, right? Look at this. We already discussed that in Renko. We use 1936, 72 Renkos for larger swings. This guy caught the damn ultimate top right there on 16th. Look at this. This is how you want to take swing trades, right? Bigger, slower oscillations. Look at this. Here, start thinking about going long. So we're here, buy options, buy ES future options. Let it run, right? $70.7 in few days. So this was initially when I designed this, working for big banks also. Idea was to hold the thing for 3-4 trades a week at the extremes. That was the whole intention of building this, right? It was very successful for the last 7 years. It is successful and is doing extremely well. And this will never change rest of your life. Never, ever going to change because it is based on real time trades going on in the market, right? So that is what it is. Now let's look at BTC. We don't discuss BTC, but I post them once in a while. Has anything changed here? No. Market goes here, it goes up where it stops. Stops at the previous level. This one goes to the green line, goes to the green line, and goes to this green line, right? It goes back to this predicted level, to the tick, and goes up to the green line. Now this is where I say go long and short, because you have to make that decision based on your supporting indicators you have in your ecosystem. And then here, same thing, go long or short. Now I don't have the trend indicator put on here. It will tell us most likely trend is shifting up or down. So I posted this, go long and short here. Market came here, stopped here, went to green level here, came back here. Now this is Guinea is not respected, it most likely will come down here. Or it could come down here to 21,900 in next day or two, depending on how fast they will aggressively want to move. If not, they will come back and retest this one. This is already posted for next day, so I will post it like this. And I will share with you guys. So I think idea is same, right? If you are driving your trade from a given level, trust a level which has not, the system which has not changed for like 7 years. Now, if you ask me, hey, I want to pick giving it this way or that way, then I would suggest you look into inside the bars, buyers and sellers. You have to. We have a software for that as well in .NET, which tells you is buyers under control or sellers under control. There's a lot to look at, but again, green level are given to you on the both top and bottom, and these levels are given to you. So all you have to do is just come with a tool to pick the direction and for that day, and stick with one direction for that day unless you know the direction have changed. But it came up here, you know this level, you know the green level, this is a deadly to the tick and came and reversed, right? Green level stopped here, came back to retest it, came down here, this is very far away. If it's too far away, never, it was open, it level is here, it will go back there. It may take a day or so, it will get back to that. It took 2 days and got there. So they don't leave anything naked. Now again, this is printed, go down here, green level, this is printed, you can go long and short, you went along here. If you're late to the party, maybe you took 2 trades here, got it long, right? So it retraced all these levels, boom, 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 in one shot. It's probably a big news, right? So you don't have, this doesn't happen. It happens, but you don't go 4,000 points in one day. You keep rotating, right? Like this. So that this is what I have on the table. Crude oil, I think, again, keep your measured moves, keep your trends, keep your Renkos, but Renko is designed for trend, right? That's why I have make your life easy right here. Go short. It's gonna go short, right? Somewhere here, it's gonna go short. This is gonna just give you some high-level ideas which direction you should be trading. Go short. See on the left side, short, right? Short, short, short. All these are shorts. So intention is, now this intention is to go long, but we have been talking about this level for a long time. We did some calculations that from here, this trend line was drawn, we do our magic and we say, hey, this is gonna go here. It's gonna go ahead, waited, came here, boom. It hit it, we took vertical spreads, there we go, right? Now it doesn't mean this is the end of the trend, it could, but we know where we want to trade up front, so we can design for it, right? Now if you look at the trend, on the right side, here, it was good trend, location, and this, so now they both came together, high probability trade, at the level we have already projected for a long time, and then it hit it. And this is where if you're trading option futures, this is where they are used to do a stop loss, right? You're risking $300 to make $2,000, risking $500 to make $2,000, right? That's a game is different, but context is correct. I'm going long here because all things came together. Now, trend is playing games up and down. Here, trend is very clearly short. It came to this level. Now it came up. Where did it come up? Why did it stop here? Look at this blue things. It came down. I should remove this to show you, right? They don't move in randomness. That's the whole story of this. They have objectives and they know how to reach them. That's all there is. And this is approach to do it. Okay, thank you so much. And I think I will print. Main thing I wanted to talk about was I'll help print 8 stocks and observe. And this could be the only thing you need actually to make a lot of money. And let's watch it for a month. And then you go from there. And I will be posting next turn times in the market video. Thank you.